bring up Astronaut Encounter. There we are. We're behind the actual gantry that the Apollo astronauts walked across to the command module. Definitely the Apollo 11 guys. There was two of these, and one of them is over at the Saturn V Center, and they have one where you do the astronaut encounter at noon. Not the encounter, but the autographs there. So, Marty, I'm going to go there. Oh, we're at the very beginning here of our rack. So let me go backwards, and we honored. Let me go backwards this way. And we'll talk like this. So. All right, there we are. Astronaut Universal Theater out there at Kennedy Space Center and the Rocket Garden has become a home away from home for a lot of us. We like going out there and see the astronauts of the day. They always have one every day of the year, and usually twice a week they have different astronauts. So almost, 100 astronauts, probably more like 60 or 70 because they repeat them throughout the year. But we love going out there, and Julie Payette was out there, the former Governor General of Canada, and there's the setup there, and Karan Conklin, our Executive Director, is talking to her. You see a picture of Karan here in a minute. And but it's something that we love doing, Marty, and she's been a very friendly person out there. There's Karan Conklin, our Executive Director the last 5 years, been involved in the museum over 20. What a nice, warm handshake between those two beautiful ladies. Bill Whiting, you were out there watching. Cynthia Rossi, Dave Stange's watching today. Robert Law, Melissa Pope, Tom Soltano, Doug Forrest is usually, thank you for watching. Jerry Gerald, Dickie Cessna's watching. Hey, Dickie. Christopher Mick, Bennett Scarborough, and Tom and Mark Usiak are chiming in today. So thank you for putting up with our program. We're going to split this up in two little segments today, I think. But there's Marty getting a autograph on a, is that the Chris Cali moon tree?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Well, I'm sure he appreciates you taking it out there. Marty, well, I got you on the USAC family microphone. What was your impression of the program that Julie Payette did? Have you seen over 50 of them, I know?
Yeah, I thought her program was very interesting. She's, to me, she's just a very personable, very nice person, very warm. If you notice in the pictures with Karan and myself, she'll stand up and talk to you. She doesn't just sit there. Just to me, she's one of my favorites.
Yep, one of mine too. She had even talked some astronomy. She said her critique was that she did too much science and not enough astronaut stuff. But she laid out the planets from the sun and all the way out to Pluto and explained why Pluto wasn't a planet anymore. And I told her when I was 8 years old and I opened up that science book and I saw the planets laid out like that for the first time, I said to myself, nobody ever told me about this, that there was the sun was a star and we had other planets going around it. So, these young minds, you can't underestimate what they know and what they don't know to today's world. And I think Julie Payette was just an awesome addition to the astronaut corral they have out there. So we appreciate that. And hope that she comes back again. And thank you all thank her personally for all the signing things we did in our astronaut gallery. Her picture now has her signature on it in our Women of Space gallery here at the American Space Museum. Well, we're going to end today's show with a little bit of reflectivity back on our place in in our solar system, in our universe, that we are a planet. And Mikey Haddad, thank you for this quote that inspired me to show this Chris Cali masterpiece of Earthrise that Chris calls inspiration. This is a quote from Edgar Mitchell, moonwalker in February 1971. Edgar Mitchell said, quote, "Suddenly, from behind the rim of the moon, in long, slow motion movements of immense majesty, there emerges a sparkling blue and white jewel, a light, delicate sky blue sphere laced with slowly swirling veils of white, rising gradually like a small pearl in a thick sea of black mystery. It takes more than a moment to fully realize this is Earth, home," said Edgar Mitchell, who passed away almost 10 years ago in this beautiful photo painting by our friend Chris Calley. And then the Earth rising from our lunar reconnaissance orbiter orbiting the moon in a spectacular high-definition photograph mimicking the Apollo 17 photo that Jack Schmitt took of the Earth, very famous picture with Africa being seen there. And it makes you wonder, like, what, why we can't be kind to each other on Earth. And that is certainly what our friend Nicole Stott, author of this wonderful book, Back to Earth, what her being in space taught her about living on Earth. And Nicole always wants to ask you, what is your earthrise moment? And as we look at the Apollo 8 photograph that Bill Anders took in 1968, you may have an earthrise moment and you don't even realize it. And what Nicole Stott is talking about is, she says, quote, an earthrise moment wakes you up to the reality and significance of who we are and the fact that we all are together on our one planetary home in space, and that we all share the responsibility that goes with it. So just exactly what is your earthrise moment out there, people, good watchers of our Stay Curious program here. And with that, we're going to, one final thought for Mr. Sam Durrance. God bless him and God bless his family, and Godspeed, a good astronaut and a great friend to the space community. Sam Durrance, gone last week at age 79. So with that, I just want to say thank you all for sticking with us, and we'll cue it up and do it again, another Stay Curious program tomorrow. Thank you, Selvin Trotter, learning the ropes here, Marty Winkle, right on top of our little hiccup there, but we hope that y'all stick with us throughout our programs as we solve our little problems here. But most importantly, we're glad that we can share it with you, astronauts and history like nobody else. So until then, I'm Mark Marquette saying, can't wait to see you again to bridge the space between us.